Call over the regular meeting of the Perry Municipal Authority, August 1st, 2022 at 6:15. Roll call, please.
Wines. Here. Marshall. Here. White.
Here.
Coffee.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Bond.
Here.
Cold Iron.
Here.
Stroller.
Here. I do declare a quorum. Would you join me in invocation real quick, please? Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day. We want to thank you for the opportunity to assemble as a council. I want to thank you for the opportunity for each one of us to be able to be on a member of this board, or be a member of this board. I want to take an opportunity to thank you for the good rains you give us this last weekend. It was greatly needed for many, many reasons, Lord, and I praise and give you the thanks for that. I ask you to be with us tonight as we conduct the business of the city, and that we open our minds and listen to what you want us to do and do the right thing. I pray that all of our decisions will glorify your Son. Amen. All right. I do want to, item 1, the consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines.
Yes.
Marshall. Yes. White.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Cold Iron.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item 4, comments from those assembled pertaining to the items on the PMA agenda. Hearing none. Item 5, proclamation accommodations reports inquired by the governing body. Hearing none. Any new business that needs to come before the authority tonight? Item 7, motion on the adjournment, please.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines.
Yes.
Marshall. Yes. White.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Cold Iron.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. I'll call order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of Perry, August 1st, 2022 at 6:17. Roll call, please.
Wines. Here. Marshall. Here. White.
Here.
Coffee.
Here.
Brown.
Here.
Bond.
Here.
Cold Iron.
Here.
Stroller.
Here. I do declare a quorum. Item 1, the consent agenda. There's several things there for your approval.
I make a motion we accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines. Yes. Marshall. Yes. White.
Yes.
Coffee.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Bond.
Yes.
Cold Iron.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item 4, comments from those assembled pertaining to the items on the city agenda. Debbie?
I'm not on the agenda again. And we sat right here 6 weeks ago and said, come back on the 1st of August. Jamie Wines, you were sitting right here.
I don't doubt it. A lot's happened between now and then. I don't recall saying the first, but I do recall
6 weeks ago, and you said, be remember about the house and the other guy that was gonna look at the flooding and that the drains haven't got taken, and they mentioned in the paperwork about buying my home, and the city council has approved those minutes, so more people obviously know. This is 3 years, it's been over 3 years I've been coming to these meetings. It's gonna flood again. We all know that you doing nothing, my home is gonna flood again. The dirt.
First of all, we're not doing nothing, okay, Debbie?
Okay, well, it's taken a long, long time. The sandbags just pushed water over my driveway. I don't even go gripe about the sandbags anymore. I just pick up the shredded ones and I put them in my trash. The dirt that was brought to my house was so full of huge rocks and asphalt and junk. One of the kids used one of them to throw into my Jeep and dent in my whole bumper. I had to get that fixed. I don't even gripe about that. I just cleaned it out, planted grass seed, watered it, and did that. I'm trying to do everything I can, but waiting for my whole house to be destroyed again isn't an option either. I lost everything that last flood. And if you guys really think that my house is the only one that is affected by the floods, this last one was 5 homes. It's been 3 years. We know on the average, because me and him started this with Gordon Johnson. Now it's been your whole term almost. So I'm afraid that they keep pushing it out. I'm gonna have to start over with another mayor, other city council members, and go through this. After 27 years of every mayor telling me, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something, and then they leave and go on to something else, and another mayor tells me the same thing, Bill.
Well, we've done the engineering,
Yeah,
and we're looking at that process, okay? Have you heard anything, Larry, from Matthew or whoever it is working on it, MKEC?
It's Matthew Code. He said it's something, a report last week, end of last week. And we haven't had the opportunity to go through it. It's a fairly lengthy report. And once we get that and talk to council about what our options are, including our CFOs, then we'll go from there.
It provided for a $1.2 million plan. And when Russ reviewed it, he said, I think we need a different plan. I'm looking at his email right now because, as you know, we don't have $1.2 million. We have 200,000 in the drainage fund.
Oh, in the drainage fund.
277 or something like that?
Yeah,
213.
213?
yeah, we have 213 in the drainage plan, of course. The council sets the, where the money gets appropriated, so, and it can appropriate additional dollars, but 1.2 million is, and that's under Matthew's, that's under his analysis. So I just, that kind of, I would say stopped us kind of in our tracks, but that doesn't mean that your concerns aren't real and that they shouldn't be addressed. So, I think that we can.
I can't even put any money in my home to finish putting a vanity in because I refuse to put any more money in my home and have it go to waste and have to redo it. I've had a quote for putting siding on my home because I like to upgrade it like many of you guys do. I can't do that because why do that if the whole bottom of it's going to rot away and flood down the street? Just like you guys, you like to make improvements on your home. We do as well. I'm very proud of my home. I've worked very hard. You guys think I want to be here. I don't want to be here. But you guys, I'm just a mouthpiece. It's her home. It's a 75-year-old senior citizen woman who has to worry about her home. Think about your grandmas. It's not me. I'm just her mouthpiece. I'm her daughter. It was her retirement home. I'm all she's got. So I'm fighting for her. It gets tiring every time it rains and having to worry. While you guys enjoy the rain, I know you need it. I pray for it because I know the farmers need it. It's a catch-22, it's a double sword. I don't have to water my grass because I'm planting grass, thank God, because my electric bill is going to be outrageous. I don't like to be here. I don't. But I can't keep living like this. It's not fair. You guys want to be here. I've lived here a long time, 34 years. I am a Parian. I've been here since I was 20. I pay taxes too. It matters. I shouldn't come here and feel like I'm in trouble and in court. I come to talk to you guys that care, that live here. No disrespect. But he gets paid to be here. I do not. I just want my home. I want to be able to plant trees. I want a privacy fence one day and a pool like other people. That's all I want, Bill. That's all I want.
I get it, I do get it, okay? But it's a money issue, okay?
I get that, but you guys have to do drains. They've known it for years. I get that it's a money issue, but they've known it since it went down. Water runs downhill. When you get to the bottom of the hill and it plateaus, that water's gonna come. All these years of not having drainage way and all that land that's been washed away over the years by not doing anything and not putting any drains, it's washed it away. So now there's nothing slowing that water down. It comes twice as fast, just like the engineer said. And the floods are more frequent and it happens often. Even my drains can't keep up. You know, and that's almost $5,000 worth of work I did, and they're not even keeping up with underneath my carport. So, and I'm here because you guys told me, and then I'm still not on the agenda. When I go and tell him I want to come speak, I don't get put on the agenda then either. So I try to do by your guys' rules, and it still doesn't work. So now what do I do? I need an
We'll
answer.
have a meeting later on this week about it, I promise you. I'll get to it.
Okay, so are you gonna let me know when I come back? Do I have to get permit? I don't even know where to go. I'm really, really trying.
I
I've stayed
understand.
off Facebook, I've done everything. I'm really, really trying. I just want to live normal like everybody else. I want to pay my bills and go home. That's it. That's it, Derek. That's it. I would love for my city council members to call me and let me know, hey, we haven't forgot about you. That would be wonderful. I haven't heard from you guys since the storm 3.5 years ago. That day, that Friday, that's it. I'm really not that big of a bitch. I'm really not.
Thank you, David. Kyle?
I'm sorry, excuse me. We'll find out. I'll have to go.
Go ahead and just state your name and where you
Yeah.
live, maybe.
Yeah, my name is Richard Berry. This is my wife Rebecca, and we live at 1203 Coffee Drive here in Perry. The issue I came to talk about today was an ordinance that you guys have, or the city of Perry has, that basically states you can't put a structure on a vacant lot. I am aware that you guys discussed this in the last meeting and did not come to some sort of agreement on maybe redrafting these ordinances so they're a little bit more reasonable and taking your circumstances into account. In my particular situation, I bought the house and the lot just to the east of me. At the time, I did not know that the lot to the east of me was from the South Perry addition. My house sits on the Highland addition. However, both lots border one another. When it came time for me to what I want to do is just put a garden shed in and put the mower in, and I want to put a garden shed over there east of my house. I filed for a permit to do that, and a gentleman named Brian Henry denied my request to do so because they can't combine my lots because the legal descriptions are different. That's my issue today. So,
Okay, let me ask a few questions right quick of
Sure.
our council here. Bryce, it doesn't matter if they're in the Highland edition or in South Perry edition, as long as they, I mean, I understand that we didn't pass that ordinance, but if we had passed that ordinance,
Didn't matter, it doesn't matter.
it does?
Does not.
Oh, okay, it does not,
Does not.
okay, all right.
They just had to be adjoining, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I want to make sure that wasn't like,
I was just making sure.
yeah, as long as they're adjoining.
Right.
Okay. Now then, is this building you're wanting to put up, is it something that's gonna be on a concrete slab?
no, this is
Or-
a portable garden shed that you could buy at Lowe's. Better Built Barns is who I've done business for the last 20 years. They come out, it's built in their shop. They
Yeah.
deliver it, they level it out on blocks. do all
I think
this.
most of us are aware of that. Is that,
That shouldn't be.
that's not a permanent structure, Bryce, I mean, I'm asking.
That's what I said. This is a portable building, can be moved with a flatbed truck.
Yeah, what do you think, Bryce?
Well, I never really understood that.
Uh-huh.
He must have spoken to Brian about this. I mean, you know, I spoke to not about the facts, but
Yes.
about the law.
Right.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we, under the facts, why don't we relook at this? Because I would say if the item can be brought in on, how big is it?
Well, they build these buildings, up to.
Like 8 by 14 or something?
They
I mean,
get way
yeah.
big, way big. You can buy a portable garage, and they've been in business a long time. They can move them in,
Yeah.
level them.
What size are you wanting to put in?
The size I'm wanting is just a 10 by 20. That's plenty of room to house my mowers, the
Yeah.
golf cart, you know.
Cool.
And is there room if it's set to meet the setbacks?
Yes, sir. Well, Scott, we
Yes.
went over that, didn't we? I'm pretty sure it is, yes.
Okay, well, I don't, then.
See, I addressed that with Brian too. I was like, look, everything I'm trying to do here is portable. I'm not pouring concrete. We're not building a permanent structure. And I think he.
But the lot, okay, but
Is
it's,
it because it's on a secondary lot?
yeah, but it's still on a lot without a,
And he did go through the process of trying to marry the lots together, but because they were in two different subdivisions,
That's what I was gonna say.
they couldn't marry them together.
Yeah, the process for combining those lots beyond that is just unreasonable. I mean, I have a
Right.
closing company telling me $25,000 to do something like that. And bringing in engineers in and that.
well, I guess, we can't do anything at this meeting, and it's not on the agenda, okay? So, why don't we do this? I'm going to get with Brian tomorrow.
Okay.
And we also ought to revisit that ordinance again.
Well, we planned on revisiting it, right?
Yes.
That's what I was saying, part of it was the setbacks, that
Yeah.
So,
we
Yeah,
felt like
what-
it was too
Yeah.
strict in the way that it
So-
would have been passed, and we were trying to make it more.
can we talk about that just
reasonable.
shortly?
Not today, because it's not on the agenda. I mean, we're hearing these responses, I mean, it's not on the agenda. We don't want to violate the Open Meeting Act. So why don't I get with Brian, he's probably watching this right now, and get with him and a minimum, 2 weeks from today, we'll have the ordinance back on the agenda.
We just tabled that topic and plan to bring it back.
That's
We just
correct.
haven't yet.
That's correct.
So will I be contacted?
Yes.
And if I'm not contacted?
No, you will be contacted,
Okay.
okay? But you
I'll just
know-
come back.
2 weeks from, hey, 2
I
weeks
mean,
from
you know that I've
today,
been- I mean, you know that I've contacted you.
Yeah,
several-
you did
several-
reach out to me.
Several times.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we kept missing each other, Brian and I. I'm like, I'm not building a permanent structure. But he told me I couldn't put a fence over there. I couldn't put my garden, I was like, man, can I put a picnic table over there? And it's like, it kind of gets a little annoying because we pay tax on that property and we should be able to access it and use it.
I
So,
agree.
that's
We'll help,
my,
we'll help you figure it out.
okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to leave now.
You're more than welcome to stay for a while, it gets pretty exciting.
I don't know, you like, guys might get into it a little bit here. Need a mediator or something.
You want to say
Promise not to
that?
throw anything or anything like that.
Just take care.
Thank you. Item 5, proclamation, combination, and portion cards by the governing body. Hearing none, we will move to item 6, city manager's comments and the cap asset update.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, that's exciting. Huh?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
comments tonight are a little bit longer than normal. What I handed out with the pretty pictures is a rendering of Phase 3, the far sidewalk. Now, I want to say at the beginning, this is not safe routes to schools. That's a different grant, a different funding mechanism, but we are working on that. Robert Shears, who designed Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the Fur sidewalk project, also did number 3. This goes from Brahms to BMAC, so south side of Fur. What Robert asked for in his email this morning was for letters of support from the community on this project. Unfortunately, there's a very short turnaround time to get those letters to us, and that time is noon Wednesday. So if you can get those in and send those to the clerk at city.clerk@cityofperryoke.com. Again, it's city.clerk@cityofperryoke.com. We'll send those to Robert. He will put those together with his application and see where this goes. The renderings are nice. I like that. And it's something I think that we need, just like we need the Safe Routes to School project as well. Just that this is a little bit farther along than Safe Routes to Schools. Brian Henry will be conducting the final inspection on the combo store this Wednesday. That combo store is Family Dollar and Dollar Tree. And they continue to say that they'll be opening Labor Day weekend, so we're excited about that. Saturday, August 6th will be the last day of operation for the municipal pool. I appreciate the management of Pam Groom and the work of the 9 lifeguards, and sometimes really hot situations, so they hung in there. Mingle on Main for August. This is Mingle with the Maroons on this Thursday. That's 6 o'clock. There'll be a whole bunch of attractions there. See the sports teams, cheerleaders, and the Maroon Band. That's always a nice festival to have. We've run into a little issue with Lowe's. They're still great folks to work with. We're excited about that project. But it seems like some of the plans that they've been making just on site and have not been passing those to us. So we've run into a little infrastructure situation with water placement and electric placement. We're just going to have to sit down together and work this out. And so we'll be meeting tomorrow afternoon with the Love's contractors to talk about this. On top of this, we still have supply issues with transformers and the appropriate size water meter. Got plenty of the smaller ones, but not so much of the big ones. Also, this morning we started express bill pay applications. I'm going to let Christina and Autumn explain this to you. Gotten good feedback this morning, so I'll leave it with you.
Well, Autumn knows more about it than I do. Autumn's done all the legwork on it. The express bill pay, one Jamie's been really looking for.
I'm so excited.
Yes. It actually, you'll be able to see your bill, see your billing history, sign up for paperless. There's multiple ways to pay. Actually, I just went paperless this morning because I had actually signed up and there's a mobile app as well, but they sent me an email that my bill was now ready and how much it was going to be. So,
when you go paperless, how do you go to the convenience center? Are you able to?
Autumn can answer that one.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
The convenience station, how they take, if you go
Okay,
paperless.
so we've already talked to David Sanitation, and I have gotten it approved through them that you can actually pull it up on your phone. I've sent them pictures of what it will look like when you bring it up on your phone through the app and then also through the website, so.
Awesome. I'll have to keep up with that.
I'm hoping that's a, positive thing that people will look forward to. And we've already had customers signing up, and we had a customer today. She's got medical issues, and so she's not always able to come in, and we're able to actually save their card to, it encrypts it once we save it, but she will able, for now that we have her card on file, she'll be able to call in when she's not feeling well and pay her bill.
It was really exciting.
It is exciting.
I was ready to tell you last week and you weren't here.
Is there like a dollar fee or something?
There is the credit card fee that's going to be passed on, but if you still want to pay $1, we do have an ACH option that still costs $1. We can also save that as well in-house, or you can log in online and save that, and it costs $1 to use the ACH, which you're using your routing number and your bank account number.
But what did you say, credit card? So if they use their credit card, it's the 2 or 3% or something like that?
3% plus 50 cents.
So that's added to your bill immediately?
That's added to, what you pay when you
Okay.
sign, when you
If you're already signed up for the auto withdrawal, how does this work?
If you're already signed up with us through direct payment through the City of Perry, you can stay on that. It's free still, and it will remain free, but you can't pick your date. So right now, it's going to come out, starting in September, it's going to come out. We had some requests for it to come out on the 15th, and so I've changed that starting in September. And it's going to be, I'll send a file on the 15th, but if you want to pick your date, you can go to Express Bill Pay and actually pick the date that it comes out, and you could set up for auto pay through Express Bill Pay.
The office this morning was a buzz.
Yeah. We've had some really positive feedback from customers, so we're excited about that.
Thank you, and thank
Thanks,
you, Christie, too. Along with Tyson, they really worked hard for the last couple of months. It's probably been longer than that. You've been working on this for a good while. Yeah. So it's always exciting to see something that helps our customers move along. I like that. Thank you. Last Monday morning, we moved the building from Danny Shade's property, the portable building, so I know well exactly what the gentleman earlier was talking about. We moved that to the transfer station. We have that on the east side of the property out there. We moved it so that Dollar General Market can do what they need to do about moving on. That building, that property is closed, so they now own that. Planning to put in installation of water, sewer, and electric at the building where it is now. And once the water line is installed and it's operational, street department's got to come in and replace the south fence and the north fence. When we were burning limbs as a result of the ice storm some time back, that south fence caught on fire, and so it's gone now. So we wanted to replace that, and also the north side. We wanted to, even though it's, some people call it the dump, doesn't have to look like a dump. So we're trying to make it look a little bit better, and this is one of those steps in doing that.
What is the cost of all that? The water, sewer, and electric, what do we incur in there?
Don't have exactly the cost, but the sewer is just right outside the fence. The electrical, there's a line that's right up top. It does cost us a little bit to move the water, because the water has to come from the softball field. But Vernon already has the pipe for that, so it's a matter of trenching it and putting it all together. Chief Brand is still on vacation, so I asked him if he could give some updates on the engine 7 repairs. He told us that the old pump that was giving them problems is hydraulically run, whereas the new pump that they received to install is electric. So that's caused them to need another part or two. Those have been ordered, and when they come in, they'll be put in, they'll be tested, and hopefully everything will work just fine, and we'll get be getting engine 7 back. The replacement vehicle for engine 7 was scheduled to arrive mid-July, and now that's sometime in this month. Sometime in this month. And there's no definite date. We hope that we won't get any more delays or anything, because we would certainly like to have this engine in-house. Update on the Sprinter ambulance, that's still projected for June 2023. That hasn't changed. And then the ambulance 10 replacement, which is a type 1 ambulance, that's October 2023. So we're not getting any closer as far as being shortened on the delivery dates. So we're still way out there, because everybody's still having supply issues. And we'd love to have this done and in-house.
Is engine 7 the truck we've had in Chickasha all this time?
Since the beginning of this year.
So the last update we got was it needed a flange, a 4-inch to a 5-inch flange. Now, how do we get this problem all of a sudden?
I think they put that in there and realized that they had an issue there. So, and when we were hoping that things would go a little bit smoother than they have, but you're talking about a 31-year-old engine here.
I don't know, but it seems like to me a mechanic's gonna say, hey, I pulled a hydraulic pump out and I'm putting an electric pump in. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that this isn't gonna work. And it just seems like to me, we keep throwing money at this thing.
We'd love to have it back, no doubt about that.
Any further questions
Yeah, thank
for
you.
Larry?
I'm sorry, jumping on you there. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Item 7, consider nominating and appointing a qualified candidate for the vacant Ward 2, Post 2 seat vacated by Amber Dillbeck. Anybody got anybody?
I'm not started on it yet.
Pardon?
I said I haven't started on it yet.
All right, item 8.
Well, I just might say, she did have an opponent, and I don't know if she'd still be interested, but it might be someone to consider.
Okay. Item 8, consider acceptance of a grant in the amount of $89,100 from Exchange Bank for certain park improvements to the Century Park. Review competitive quotes, authorize the mayor to execute a public construction contract in the lowest responsible bidder in the amount not greater than $89,100 for construction of a new sidewalk and a pickleball court in Century Park, demolition and removal of existing sidewalks and the volleyball courts, including grading and backfilling. That's pretty exciting stuff. This
That's
pickleball stuff.
exciting.
Why do they want to take out the volleyball court? And not just add the pickleball courts?
Well, there are 2 volleyball courts there, so we'll just take out one,
Oh, they're just taking out one?
just taking out one.
Oh, okay, awesome.
But they're gonna replace that
Replace that
one
with a-
with 2
awesome.
pickleball courts.
And volleyball courts are very, very dangerous.
They are.
I had a kid in youth group, man, seems like 100 years ago now. And was out there playing volleyball. And he dives after this volleyball and it comes up in his wrist and I'm like, oh, that's not normal.
They seem to be well used, because I see people play there all the
Yeah.
time.
And when
I'd like
it's,
to know what pickleball is.
Pickleball is like a lesser version of tennis, but you play with looks like more like a ping pong paddle type thing. They're small courts. I don't know, it's the new greatest latest thing, you know?
Pretty popular.
Yeah. Have you gotta go to hey, this would enlighten you. Go to Chicken and Pickle. Look up Chicken and Pickle on Oklahoma City and go there and eat.
Okay.
You guys been there?
Yeah.
Huh? It's great, isn't it great?
It's pretty cool.
chicken and pickle?
Yeah.
Yeah, when the band did their trip last year, we went to a chicken
They
and
have
pickle.
a whole bunch of pickleball courts and food and
In the winter, they also,
beverages. And you got another little playground thing. What's that other little thing that sits over the
They
side?
had cornhole, they
Yeah.
had, the one
the
that.
battleship. Like they have
Battleship,
the huge
yeah.
Yeah.
battleship. They also, in the winter, they'll do ice skating.
It's a
outside.
pretty cool place. Maybe we can have our own little chicken pickle. Larry can start cooking chicken out here.
That's exciting. That's pretty cool that Exchange Bank's doing that.
All right, authorize me to take care of this.
I make a
Well,
motion.
well, we have some
Bids.
bad news.
Oh, Lord.
We had one bid, but it came in 43 minutes late. And so we have now re-advertised, and we believe at least that one bid will come in on time this time. And we're asking, first of all, this item needs to be continued.
Okay.
Okay.
But in order that if we do get a bid, and we can enter into a contract, and to get some of this done before the celebration, the bank celebration, we're asking that 5 or more of you come next Monday at 5 o'clock
And award the bid?
and award the bid.
Done.
So-
We'll make it happen.
I mean,
I
that's,
cannot be here, but I'm
That's
sure we
the
can come up
best.
with 5.
I can be here.
Jamie's always appointing people.
I said I said.
I don't want to be on the committee. I don't want to be on the committee, but we need
That's not true. I'm not
committee.
gonna be in town. I can't help it.
but do we have folks that can be here?
I can be.
Whatever, when you're not here.
Oh, wait, I
you
can't
get
be here
appointed.
Monday. I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot.
Bill,
I just forgot.
did we get the 5?
Hold up your hand if you can be here
If you
Monday.
can be here.
That's 5.
That's fine.
Okay,
We
that's
got a quorum.
perfect. So we just continue this to the special meeting on Monday at 5.
So move.
Motion to continue.
Motion to continue this to the special meeting on next Monday, August 8th, I think is the date.
Do I hear a second?
Special.
I
Second.
Corey.
I talked to the special meeting.
Roll call, please.
Time and everything.
Wines,
Oh, that's weird. Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Kolar,
Yes.
Stroll.
Yes. Thank you, council. It's exciting news.
It is
And we do want to
exciting.
publicly tell Exchange Bank, thank you for that.
It's a lot of good news.
Item 9, yeah, Bryce over here trying to kill it.
He's like, good news? No.
Item 9, authorized payment of contractor's application for payment number 3 of the Horseshoe Construction Incorporated for the performance on a citywide sanitary sewer Phase 5 capital improvement project in the amount of $102,068. They are working up there, and it's coming together.
Motion to approve payment.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Kolar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item 10, approve the following invoices for Myers Engineering Consulting Engineering Incorporated. The first one is a water main replacement project in the amount of $7,535.06 for engineering and survey services.
So move.
Second.
Isn't it amazing how they come up with 6 cents? They just couldn't round that off to, Bryce, you couldn't negotiate that down for us? I mean, you're expert at that.
I'm not going to negotiate with Matthew Coe.
Oh.
He's a cage fighter.
Is he really?
Yes,
Start
he
closer
is.
to the comma instead of decimal if you're going to.
Yeah.
Okay, Wines,
Roll call, please.
sorry.
Okay.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Kolar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Phase 5 sanitary sewer replacement project engineering survey service in the amount of $819. That's what I like to see right there.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Kolar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Residuals management at the water treatment plant, the engineering services in the amount of $5,670.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bond,
Yes.
Kolar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Perry Water Rights Evaluation is for the project engineering services in the amount of $2,925.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Last but not least, the road and sewer systems improvement at Sooners Corner. It's for engineering, $936.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, sorry.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item 11, consider approval and submission of the notary affiliated with completion and authorize the mayor to execute and authorize payment of contractor's application for the amount of $49,710 to Rebuild It Services Group for the repair of the clarifier drive repair.
This is, by the way, great news. You know, we got a $40,000 REAP grant, and these gals asked NODA if we could use the balance of that REAP grant for this clarifier repair. And they did allow.
And that was for the handrails, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah, we got
$22,000 for
the handrails cheap, y'all remember.
And so it's good to have Dixie on that board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think she kind of carried water on this, didn't she?
She helped
Yeah.
out, I'm sure.
So
So,
moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Yeah, that was my seat to have, and I nominated Dixie because she'd be a whole lot better at it than I'd be. Item 12, payment, or approval of payment of $20,025 for the work to date on cost estimates and Perry Hospital planning documents to HFG Architects.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you. Item 13, set August 11th, 2022 at 6 p.m. at the Cherokee Strip Event Center or other date and time as appropriated as a date for the town meeting, inviting the public to discuss the upcoming election for the 1% hospital sales tax extension.
well, there's, this is all changed. At least our recommendation has changed. It's not on this date, and it's not at this time, and it's not in this location. So, you know, I don't know how we could have missed it that bad, but we did. In calling and asking, you know, for the parties that we want to speak there and the times that were available, we have contacted Patty Davis with the Oklahoma Hospital Association. She's the head of it. And we're wanting her to speak. It'll either be on Zoom or she may be able to come personally. We're going to have two city managers come. One from a community that lost a hospital that can talk about the impact on that community. And that same city manager at a community that may be losing its hospital to talk about what the impact would be on that community. And another city manager, or it may be a mayor, member of the governing body, who's going to discuss losing, actually trying to save a hospital in that community. They're throwing so much money at it, and they're thinking that it's going to be a loss and what that means to that community. Together with Russ, that needs to be here as our financial person. So that's really what indicated all those folks could be available on the 10th and not on the 11th. Now, I hate to have these meetings on, on a church day, but, we want to have it somewhat before the election and work it with all schedules. Also, Rick Johnson can be there. He wants to speak to this item. So we're going to have, a bunch of speakers. I will be there and make some comments. And I think also, and we will talk about this in executive session, we very well may have a surprise, which is great, that we can announce at that meeting, which is even extra than just the hospital, in kind of an economic development package that we may be able to announce at that meeting. So this is just, a very important event. So, I mean, we're talking August 10th at 5 o'clock, and we're talking about at the at Heritage Center, which we thought would be more comfortable for the public. It's got Zoom capabilities. We've spoken to Tyson, although he can't go live on it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna post it on. Well, he can go live on Facebook, but we're going to paste it on YouTube and then make it a deal on our website and try to get maximum coverage of that. We're going to set it up as a meeting, so if there's a quorum of councilmen there, and we're asking everyone to come, this is such an important meeting. If you can come, come. If we get something done with the surprise, perhaps that may be a subject, a little tiny subject of the meeting on Monday, when we meet in special meeting, if in fact that happens. So, I think we have the financing for this. We've got partners for this. We've just got to pass the sales tax in order to keep a hospital. I think the other thing, we need to be frank about it right from the get-go, and that is, Stillwater has made 5 presentations on this. They'll have the renderings there, and Stillwater will be there. But there's not an option. I mean, what we're talking about is a rural emergency hospital. That is what we're talking about. That's what they talked about in their meetings. And the pitch to the public is, if you want to retain that level of health care in this community, then this extension needs to occur. The great thing about it is that we're not going to have to pay those dollars as a subsidy anymore. They will be paid on the remodel of this building, and this building has kind of reached. You can continue to operate, but it's kind of reached its life. And if we don't do this, then we're not gonna, that I know of, have a way to come up with the money to salvage this building and to use it for a public purpose, because it's, we're getting a match, and we're able to use the sales tax for something other than a subsidy, which is, incredibly good in my opinion. So if you want to set that August 10th at 5 o'clock at the Heritage Center, that would be appropriate. That's when folks can come.
I move that we set the town hall meeting to be August the 10th at 5 p.m. at the Heritage Center.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wines,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Coldarn,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes, thank you.
And just confirm, the Heritage Center, for those of us that are Google Map fanatics, is really the malls on Blacksmith Building, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll do it in the auditorium.
Okay.
And it's free.
222 6th Street.
You're the man.
Item 14, any new business that needs to come before the council this evening? Hearing none, we'll move to item 15, consider convening an executive session to, 1, to confer on a matter pertaining to economic development of the city of Perry, to discuss a proposal to entice the location of a residential developer to the community to build single-family dwelling, duplexes, and multifamily housing, and thereby approve the economic development of the city of Perry. As public disclosure for the proposal will interfere with the development and implementation of the proposal of the Woods Project pursuant to 25 OS 307 C11 and Oklahoma statutes as amended. Item 2, to confer on a matter pertaining to economic development of the city of Perry to discuss a proposal to remodel and extend the lease of the hospital, potentially lease the balance of the hospital to a third party, and thereby improve the economic development of the city of Perry. As a public disclosure of the proposal will interfere with the development and implementation of the proposal.
Motion to convene in executive session.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
White,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
All the other.
Okay, I'd like to, item 16, reconvene in the regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Wine,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes. Item 17, take any action with respect to executive session. Hearing none. Item 18, motion on adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
You too.
We're in sync tonight. We can't help it.
Roll call.
Wine,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Coffee,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Been on-
Goldar,
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.